Hi students, welcome back. Today we are discussing certain problems related to motion in two dimension. Our first question, which of the following cannot be the resultant of 10 Newton and 20 Newton? In this question, we want to find out which one of the following cannot be the resultant of these two forces, 10 Newton and 20 Newton. For this, we can consider F1 is the force. First force F1 is equal to 10 Newton and the second force F2 is equal to 20 Newton. Then the resultant of F1 and F2, when these two forces are acting in the same direction, these two forces F1 and F2 are acting in the same direction, resultant force is equal to 10 plus 20, that's equal to 30 Newton. This is the maximum force experienced when these two forces are acting in the same direction. Okay, this is the maximum force. Okay, now if these two forces are acting in the opposite direction, okay, F2 is the force acting in the forward and F1 is the force which is acting in the backward direction, then F resultant is equal to 20 minus 10. That's the resultant force. That is vector F2 minus vector F1 is the resultant force. That is equal to 20 minus 10. That's equal to 10 Newton. This is the minimum force which is acting. This is the minimum force. Okay. Resultant force is maximum when two forces are acting in the same direction and the resultant force is minimum when they are acting in the opposite direction. What about all other values? All other values which lies between this maximum and minimum. Okay, so here in this question 30 Newton is the first option, that is the maximum force. 10 Newton is the second option, that is the minimum force. And the third option is 22 Newton which lies between 30 and 10. Therefore, that option is also correct. Fourth option is 5 Newton which is less than that of minimum force. So, in this question 5 Newton is the correct answer because our question is which of the following cannot be the resultant of these two forces. The resultant of 10 Newton and 20 Newton will become maximum when these two forces are acting in the same direction and minimum when these two forces are acting in the opposite direction, and other values of the resultant forces which lies between 10 Newton and 20 Newton. Only the fourth option which is less than that of 10 Newton. So that one is the answer of our question. Resultant may not be less than that of the minimum force and greater than that of maximum force. Okay, all values which lies between 30 Newton and 10 Newton. Our second question, a vector B makes an angle 30 degree with another identical vector B. Okay, one vector B makes an angle 30 degree with another identical vector B. Then the resultant of the vector is, we want to find out the resultant of these two vectors. We all know that when two vectors are acting at an angle theta, vector A and vector B acting at an angle theta, then the resultant vector R is equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Okay, here these two vectors, vector A and vector B, are identical. So this equation becomes root of B square plus B square plus 2B into B, that is 2B square cos theta. That's equal to root of 2B square plus 2B square cos theta. Okay, 2B 2b square is common, therefore that is taken out into 1 plus cos theta. Here 1 plus cos theta. 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. So we can write this equation as root of 2b square into 2 cos square theta by 2. Okay. That's equal to 2b cos theta by 2. Okay. It's equal to 2 into b into cos. What about theta? Theta is equal to 30 degree. Then 30 by 2 is equal to 15. Therefore, 2b cos 15 degree. This is the resultant of vector A and vector B. Okay. Resultant of two vectors. When these two vectors are at an angle theta is vector r. This is the general equation. Vector r is equal to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Okay. A third question. Two vectors a and b says that modulus of a cross b equal to vector a dot vector b. Dot product of two vectors. The angle between these two vectors is, we want to find out what about the angle between these two vectors. Here, modulus of a cross b. Okay, modulus of a cross b becomes equal to dot product of two vectors, vector a dot b. Okay. Then angle between these two vectors is, okay, we know that a cross b is equal to, what's the value of a cross b? A cross b is equal to ab sin theta. Okay, modulus of a, modulus of b sin theta. That's equal to, what about a dot b? A dot b is equal to modulus of a, modulus of b cos theta. Okay, then AB get cancelled. Then sin theta equal to cos theta. Sin theta is equal to cos theta when theta is equal to 45 degree. Okay, at an angle 45 degree, sin, the values of sin 45 is equal to 1 by root 2, cos 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. So, sin theta and cos theta values are equal when theta is equal to 45 degree. Okay. Our next question. Two vectors of equal in magnitude. Two vectors which are equal in their magnitude. Okay. Vector A, another vector, vector B. Both of them are equal in their magnitude. Vector A, modulus of vector A is equal to modulus of vector B. Okay, both of them are equal in their magnitude. Acting at a point have resultant whose magnitude is equal to either of them. Okay, that means resultant of these two vectors are having same magnitude. Resultant vector is also having, the magnitude of the resultant vector is also same as that of the two vectors. We want to find out the angle between these two vectors. Okay, we want to find out what about the angle between these two vectors theta. Okay, in this case, we know that what about the resultant of two forces or resultant of two vectors. Vector r is equal to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. ab cos theta. Okay. Here modulus of a is equal to modulus of b is equal to modulus of vector r. So, x is equal to modulus of a can be taken as x, then modulus of b can be taken as x, then modulus of r is also equal to x. Now we can substitute that values. X is equal to root of x square plus x square plus 2x square cos theta. Okay, that's equal to root of 2x square plus 2x square cos theta. Okay, that's equal to root of 2x square into 1 plus cos theta. Okay. What about 1 plus cos theta? 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. So, x equal to root of 2x square into 2 cos square theta by 2. Okay. From this result, we can write 2x into cos theta by 2. Okay. Theta by 2. X is equal to 2x cos theta by 2. Then x get cancelled. Then 1 equal to 2 cos theta by 2. Then cos theta by 2 can be written as 1 by 2. Then which value of cos theta is equal to 1 by 2? Cos 60. We know that cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. So theta by 2 is equal to 60. Then theta is equal to 120. The angle between these two vectors, that's equal to 120 degree. The angle between vector A and vector B is equal to 120 degree. If they are having same magnitude, the resultant is also having the same magnitude as that of vector A and vector B. Our next question, two vectors A and B are such that modulus of A plus B is equal to modulus of A minus B. The angle between these two vectors A and B is. In this question also, we want to find out what about the angle between A and B. Okay, condition is given modulus of A plus B is equal to modulus of A minus B. What's modulus of A plus B? Modulus of A plus B is equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. 2AB cos theta. That is the magnitude of A plus B. Then what about the magnitude of A minus B? That's equal to root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. That's very, very important. Okay. Then on squaring these two, we get A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Okay. Then A square get cancelled. B square get cancelled. Then 2AB cos theta is here. Here it's equal to minus 2AB cos theta. When this minus 2AB cos theta is taken to this side, it becomes 4AB cos theta. 2AB cos theta plus 2AB cos theta, that is 4AB cos theta. 4AB cos theta is equal to 0. 4AB cos theta is equal to 0 means cos theta is equal to 0. Because A and B have certain values. A and B have these two vectors. A and B have certain values. So we can take cos theta is equal to 0. What about theta? Cos theta is equal to 0 means theta is equal to 90 degree. Cos 90 is equal to 0. Okay. Then what about the angle between these two vectors? Theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Modulus of A plus B is equal to modulus of A minus B means the angle between the two vectors is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Next question. the magnitude of A is double the magnitude of B. Magnitude of A, magnitude of the vector A is double the magnitude of vector B. Okay, the angle between A and B is equal to 120 degree. Angle between A and B. Angle between A and B is equal to 120 degree. Okay, the angle between B and the resultant. This one is vector A. This one is vector B. Okay. What about the resultant of these two? Resultant of these two are like this, vector R. Okay. We want to find out what about the angle between B and the resultant is. Okay. Angle between B and the resultant. We want to find out this angle, theta. In parallelogram law of vector addition, we already studied that. What about the angle between the resultant and the vector B? To find out that angle, tan alpha is equal to vector B sin theta divided by vector A plus vector B cos theta is the equation. Here this angle is taken as alpha. Then vector B into sin theta. Theta is equal to 120 sin 120 divided by vector A. Vector A is equal to 2 times vector B, 2 times the magnitude of B plus vector B cos theta. Okay. We can cancel B from all terms. That's equal to sin 120, that is sin 90 plus 30 divided by 2 plus cos 90 plus 30. That's equal to sin 90 plus 30 is equal to cos 30 divided by 2 plus cos 90 plus 30 is equal to minus sin 30, then minus sin 30. Cos 30 is equal to root 3 by 2. Tan alpha is equal to root 3 by 2 divided by 2 minus 1 by 2. That's equal to root 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. 2 get cancelled. It's equal to 1 by root 3. Tan alpha is equal to 1 by root 3 means alpha is equal to 30 degree. Okay. Then the angle between vector B and the resultant is 30 degree. Alpha is that angle is equal to 30 degree. Our next question, the expression I plus j plus k divided by root 3 is a. We want to find out which type of expression is this. Okay. It's a unit vector because the expression for the unit vector is vector A divided by modulus of A. Okay. Here vector is equal to I plus j plus k. And what about its modulus? Modulus is equal to root of coefficient of I, that is 1, plus 1 square plus coefficient of j square, that is 1 square, plus coefficient of k, 1, that therefore 1 square. Coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square plus coefficient of k square. That will give the magnitude of vector A. That's equal to I plus j plus k divided by root 3. Therefore, this equation is or this expression is a unit vector. Okay, this is the expression for the unit vector. Okay, unit vector is equal to vector A divided by modulus of A. This is the equation. Okay, next question. A is equal to 2i plus 3j plus 4k and B is equal to minus I plus 3j minus 3k. What about the angle made by vector A plus vector B with the x-axis? Therefore, vector A plus vector B is equal to vector A plus vector B is equal to 2i plus 3j 2i minus 3j plus 4k plus minus I plus 3j minus 3k. That's equal to I plus 0j plus k. Okay, when we add these two values, we get vector A plus vector B as I plus k. Okay. Now we want to find out what about the angle between vector A plus vector B with the x-axis. For this, vector A plus vector B is taken as R is equal to I plus k. X-axis value that can be written as vector x is equal to I. Okay, value in x-axis that is taken as I. Then by using product rule, vector r dot vector x is equal to modulus of vector r modulus of x cos theta. We can find out what about the angle between them. Okay. What about vector r is equal to I plus k dot x-axis that is I equal to modulus of r is equal to root 2. Okay, root of 1 square plus 1 square that is equal to root 2 into what more modulus of x is equal to 1 into cos theta. I dot I is equal to 1 plus I dot k is equal to 0. That's equal to root 2 cos theta. Then 1 is equal to root 2 cos theta. Then cos theta is equal to 1 by root 2. That means theta is equal to 45 degree. Then what about the angle between vector A plus vector B with the x-axis? Vector A plus vector B is at an angle 45 degree with the x-axis. Okay. In this case, first of all, we want to find out what about vector A plus vector B. Okay. On adding these two values, we get vector R as I plus k. Vector A plus vector B is taken as R is equal to I plus k. And the x-axis, the value in x-axis that is taken as I. Okay, vector x is equal to I. We want to find out what about the angle made by this vector R with the x-axis. For that, vector x is taken as I. Then by taking dot product, vector r dot vector x is equal to modulus of r modulus of x cos theta. Then on substituting the values of r and x in this equation, theta is equal to 45 degree. Okay. Modulus can be found out by using the formula. If ai plus bj plus ck is the vector, then what about the magnitude? If vector r is equal to like this, then magnitude of vector r is equal to root of coefficient of I, that is a square, plus coefficient of j, that is b square, plus coefficient of k, c square. Okay, root of a square plus b square plus c square, that is the way in which we can find out the magnitude of a vector. Okay, by using that we can find out the magnitude of vector r, magnitude of x. Then on substitution we got the answer as cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3. Cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3 means theta is equal to 45 degree. Okay, I think these questions are clear for you. If you like this video, please subscribe and enable the bell button. Thank you.